Andy Pandy. Are you here on your own today? Do you have a friend? Oh, here she comes.
Here we go, Looby-Loo.
Here we go, Looby-Lie.
Here we go, Looby-Loo. All on a Saturday night. Here we go, Looby-Loo.
Here we go, Looby-Lie.
Here we go, Looby-Loo. All on a Saturday night. I put my right hand in.
I put my right hand out.
I give my hand a shake, 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 and turn myself about.
Hello, and who are you? Hello, Luby. You both look very excited. What are you going to do today? Are you going to sing? Are you going to dance? Oh, I see what you're going to do. You're going to be on TV. Well, before you go to speak to Mr. Chan, the TV man, is there anything you want to say to the boys and girls? Say goodbye to the boys and girls, Andy Pandy. Say goodbye, Looby-Loo. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to another edition of A Cup of Conversation. My name is Jan Ghazi, and this week in the studio we have a fun programme. We have the members of the Abnormals, and a big thank you first of all to the lovely Looby-Loo and Andy Pandy who made such a nice introduction there. Their performance was wonderful, and they're more than welcome to be on our show, and they said hello mum as well, which was nice for their mothers. But yes, we have a great programme. We'll be chatting with members of the Abnormals, so sit back and relax and enjoy the show. First of all, welcome guys to the programme.
Thank you very much for having us, and it's very nice to meet you too.
You're more than welcome to be here. It's lovely to have all you guys here. I know it's very difficult to organise everyone together, but you made it down to the studios in Lefkosha today. Now, you can be our main speaker, the lovely Looby-Loo. Your real name is?
Susie.
Susie. And Susie, can you introduce the Abnormals to us, please? Who do we have with us?
Okay, as you know, this is Andy Pandy.
Or real name?
It's Graham.
Graham.
And next to Graham, he's part of the Beatles act, but this is Andy.
Welcome, Andy.
Behind Andy, Elvis, who is Martin.
Okay.
And
Hello,
we have
Martin.
the lovely Amy Beerhouse.
Beerhouse, not
Beerhouse.
Winehouse. Beerhouse, okay.
And also Martin as well.
Two Martins.
Two Martins.
All right then. Very nice. Welcome, guys, once again to the programme. Before we start showing more performances, we've just seen you with Andy Pandy starting off the show. Tell us a bit about the Abnormals. I mean, to be honest, I don't know much. I just read about you in the press, and I know that you do great work for charity, but the name is, you know, something, a phenomenon in itself, isn't it? But now I've seen you guys, I think I know why you are...
It says it all. The name says it all.
But for those who haven't seen backstage antics of you guys, how did the Abnormals come about, Susie?
Okay, we're going back about a year ago. There was 4 of us sitting in a local bar, just discussing what as you do, just discussing what goes on between that end and this end, so of where we live. And we noticed there's plenty of singers, there's plenty of groups, bands, but there was nothing like us. And we thought there's an opening for it. So we took a chance. And the Abnormals was born.
Now, when you say there was nothing like us, what is us? How would you describe yourselves? I mean, I know you sing. We're going to hear some singing a little bit later on.
Okay,
what is us?
What you see today is just a part of the Abnormals. We do many different acts. As we say, we've got the Beatles, we've got a group which is called Baba, which is ABBA. Johnny Wonga, who's Johnny Cash. Who else is there?
Frankenberger.
Frankenberger was in the Rocky Horror Show.
Right.
Lady Gaga. unfortunately, I dropped for those particular ones, which is why they spring to mind.
Very nice, very nice.
Sir John Tones, who is Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, right.
Dame Burley Chassis, who's Shirley Bassey. RB and Kardash, they do their Everly Brothers and Ever Sing. I think, is there more than that?
So how would you describe the group? Is it a variety show for you? I mean, you're not really dancing. I mean, we're going to see what we've got coming up. It's a bit of a comedy act, isn't it, really, in a way?
It's a comedy and a singing act with a little bit of dancing and lots of audience participation.
Oh, right. Well, we have a few of our friends here who can be classed as an audience, and they were singing along to your songs and everything, so a big hello to your audience as well. But, so you decided, you know, as you do in the bar, that we're going to be doing something completely different, and so everyone jumped on the bandwagon and decided, yeah, we'll be part of the Abnormals. So this is the five of you now together in the group.
There is also another two of the Abnormals that you don't see. We have Annette that does the music.
Hello, Annette.
And she's over there. And you have Alison, who's the lady in the back. She is our backroom lady that helps us change into costumes, wigs, and unfortunately does all the washing and the laundry and that kind of thing.
Very important job.
But very important jobs. We couldn't do it without them.
So you established this group, and everyone had their ideas of who they wanted to imitate and, you know, sing along to. Then what happened? Oh,
can I stop here?
Yeah,
no one actually has an idea who they're going to be.
Really?
I do an outline of the script, and I tell them who they're going to be. And lucky enough, they all go for it.
Really? So you're in control here, Susie?
Kind of.
And you sort of like, you know, decide, right, you're going to be...
Yep.
And they go along.
If I hear them singing to karaoke, just a little mental note goes in there, and I think you can do that. And then I push it each time a little bit further, as you see.
Yeah. So be careful who you're pushing to the limits. You know, we were pushing the censors were out there. We're looking before we started recording. I don't know whether my bosses are going to agree with this performance today, but no, you've passed the censorship. That's why you're recording now with me. But yes, great costumes and great acts.
Thank you.
Then you decided to put this to the public, yes? So how many times have you performed so far?
Well, we first did a pre-show in our garden and invited just a handful of people because we wanted the truth. If we were going to be rubbish, really rubbish, there was no point in going any further.
Yeah.
And the people that came along, they absolutely loved it. They laughed all the way through, they joined in and said, you have something there. So it went from there. And then we just... went to a few bars, got ourselves booked, and we did it. And I think the first show we had was 130 people showed up.
Wow, that's pretty good
and
for a start.
It went down quite well. And I don't think we've had less than 70, 80 people come to a show.
Brilliant.
So, and it's like a package. They eat as well, and then we perform after they've had dinner.
We're going to talk about the work that you do for charities a little bit later on, because I know you've got some charity events coming up for Tulips in particular later on in this year, so we'll mention that towards the end of the interview. So really, in a way, you're having fun, but you're raising awareness and supporting a charity. I mean, I'm looking at you now, the variety here is amazing, and, you know, I can't believe that you're here today in front of our studio. I mean, I've never seen such interest in my guests before. I mean, everyone walking by the studio has popped in, and, you know, even my director, he's never taken a selfie with my guests, and today he took a selfie.
I saw that.
Yeah, with, well, I think he liked Amy there.
Quite a lot of interest, don't you, Amy? Yes.
Okay, so let's speak to the guys a little bit as well and see what they have to say about being roped into being the Abnormals. First of all, you know, thank you for being such a great Andy Pandy, first of all.
Thank you.
And I know that we're going to hear from you a little bit later on, and you do a bit of Johnny Cash, don't you, as well?
Yeah, it's known as Johnny Wonka for the show.
Johnny Wonka for the show.
Yeah, for the purpose of the show.
So, were you part of the group that was in the pub?
No.
No, you weren't.
I was, as Susie points out, I made the fatal mistake of singing a song called The Time Warp on the karaoke. And the next thing I know, she's saying, we've got a spot for you. Can you join in this one? Which was the Beatles, which I thought wasn't too bad. And the next thing it's, and can you do Frankenfurter from the Time Warp show? So if you think this costume for Amy is risque, the others that she puts us in are just as bad.
Well, I'm so glad now, having heard that you did not turn up as Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Show. Otherwise, I think this will be my last programme on BRT, which we really don't want that. But no,
it probably wouldn't have got through the
I think
censor.
as far as we're going to get when it comes to costume-wise. So you were, invited to join the group, and it seemed like you're having great fun.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it passes an awful lot of time. It's a lot of hard work. We put in a fair bit of time, but we're supporting the good cause, as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
And yeah, doing the costumes and having a laugh with everybody as we're doing the rehearsals and then doing the shows. Yeah, it's great.
So how often do you rehearse roughly? I mean, you say it's a lot of effort, so you must be, taking it seriously and probably rehearsing, what, is it once, twice a week?
Just once a week at the moment, but sometimes we have, I don't know whether it's preempting Susie on this one, but we're looking at varying our shows, so we're going to may have to do a little bit more rehearsals because extra songs to learn,
Well, of
extra
course,
acts.
if you have a lot of people following you, you don't want to do the same show again and again, otherwise they get bored. But so you have to keep the variety going. But with these costumes, again, I think you've got lots of great followers who will love to see what you're going to come up with next, costume-wise. At least, let's pass the mic down the line for a bit and say hello to a man who, unfortunately, won't be performing today. But can you tell us a bit about your role in the Abnormals, please?
My role originally was the music, but I got talked into actually being in here with this crowd, which I love because I think they're great bloke, great family. We practice on Sundays and we have great fun. Me, I just did a bit of karaoke like Graham, a bit of Beatles and whatever, and next thing I know I'm in the Beatles. So.
Well, I like the wig, very nice, very Paul McCartney. And so really, this is something that's a lot of fun for those who are participating, and a lot of fun for those who are watching as well, I think. I mean, you all seem like you're having fun here when you're performing. Is it like that? Is it a fun atmosphere?
If we have fun and we're relaxed, and if the crowd and audience are laughing and with us and singing, then we are singing as well. We find it much easier to perform if we get a rapport from the audience.
But it must be different from singing just karaoke to yourself and looking at the screen and singing along, and instead of actually performing in front of, I don't know,
it's practice.
A crowd of 100 people who are watching you and waiting to be entertained. Is it a big difference, do you think?
Yeah, massive difference.
More nerve-wracking, obviously.
It is, especially my first time. But once you get onto it and get going and you think, you blot it all out and you just sing your song. And you just forget it. You just enjoy yourself. And if the people start clapping and singing with you, you go along with it.
Yeah.
And the confidence has built each show. It's got stronger and stronger between the group.
Yeah, obviously you gel together well, you're having fun together, and the more you perform, the more confident you get. And of course, the reaction from the crowd, it must be also encouraging for you guys to see the good reaction that you're getting and everyone's having a laugh.
We've heard a lot from the crowd. We just do not know who's coming through the door next. And that's, they just do not know who's going to appear next.
Yeah.
And they find that absolutely amazing. They love the costumes. They like the songs.
Whereas if you had one singer, or say really what you're getting, what type of star they're going to be singing, but with you guys, who's coming up next, you never know.
That's right.
It depends on what Susie's written into the
the
script for that week. Okay, let's speak to the Martins at the back now. We've got Elvis Martin.
Yep.
Hello, Martin. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine.
You're looking very, very dapper and Elvis-y.
I am, and I bought this suit just for the show.
Just for the show?
Just for the show, just for you, John.
And I think, was it we who conversed on Facebook?
It was, yes.
And so a big thank you to you for replying to my request to come on the
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, so I'm going to ask you, are you part of the four that was in the pub?
I've got no choice, because I'm actually married to Luby Lou.
Oh, right.
So I was roped into it, yeah.
So you actually had the pub together and you thought, yes, let's just do
That's it. I mean, as Sue said, we were sitting in a bar and we're thinking, well, entertainment-wise, you get your singers, but there's not a lot else. So four of us come up with this and let's go for it. And as Graham says, we do a lot of work for charity and it's all good fun.
Had you ever done this? I mean, obviously at home, husband and wife, you're chatting. I mean, maybe the idea came at the pub, but did you have that sort of urge to sort of like, I really want to be on stage? I mean, like I said before, there's one thing singing karaoke, but to perform in a crowd is different. I mean, had you ever done anything remotely like this before at all?
Three of us have.
Have?
We've done pantomimes, me and Graham and Martin behind us. Martin's actually sung before, haven't you, and done similar to this.
Right.
and we've done pantomimes. So
Well, here in North Cyprus?
in England.
In England?
Yeah.
So you've actually been on stage before, so you're not
Yes.
too unfamiliar with
No.
the crowds.
And we also do a bit of karaoke and quizzes and bingo. So we're
Busy.
quite confident, yes.
So, Martin, as the partner of the lovely Susie, do you have any say in what you're going to be dressing up as or singing as?
No.
You don't get any
No.
preference? You're not going to
No.
No.
One of the other acts we do is Marge and Homer Simpson. I'll leave it up to you who I am in that one.
Okay then, I'm not going to. But again, it seems like everyone's having fun, and that's the main thing here. That's what we want to project to the audience out there, so that we get more and more people coming to see you, and more support for the charities that you're supporting. Let's speak to the other Martin, the Amy Martin. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you.
And you had the most reaction. From my, see how many people there are out there behind. I don't normally get, and my director's kissing you as well. He thought it was funny, but they actually said to me, you didn't have to walk into BRT dressed like that. You could have brought a coat in. But I said, this is the Abnormals. They can do anything. If it was Turkish Cypriot dressed like that, they would not. Dressed like that until they were actually in the studio, and then last minute.
Nor would I normally.
But you were roped in.
Yes.
Yes. So tell us a bit about pointing to Susie. Yes. So, Martin, how did you get roped into? Were you singing as well? And she found you.
I was one of the four in the bar.
In the bar.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you drunk at the time? You said yes.
No.
Good.
But I got extremely drunk after I knew I was going to be Amy Beerhouse.
So again, you're in for the fun for this, and you'd been in pantomime as Susie said.
Not pantomime, no. I lived in Turkey for 4 years, and we'd done a Beatles tribute act over there.
So you've had a bit more experience.
Yeah, done it for about a year there. Yeah.
But this is not the Beatles, is it?
No, far from it.
Far from it.
Yes.
Although I know that in a bit we're going to be having a duet with the other Martin, and you'll be. Is it the Everly Brothers?
Yes.
That you're singing.
Arby and Kardash, they're called.
Right. Okay then. Very, very, very interesting.
And obviously, I'm the older one.
Yeah. Amy Beerhouse. So you do a bit of Amy as well then?
Yes, a bit of Valerie and Rehab.
Right, okay then. So, a variety of styles as well. It's not, obviously the Beatles and Everly Brothers, older generation, but you've got something that's more modern as well. It's a variety act for everyone to enjoy, isn't it, really, when you think about it? It's not just one aimed at one, although we do have, most expats here are of a certain age, but we're trying to get the younger guys as well. So it's a variety for everyone, of all ages. Let's bring the microphone back to Andy again. Whilst we introduce, I think it's time now for you guys to sing. So we're going to have a break again now with the wonderful two Martins. And we're going to have the Everly Brothers, and we're back with more of the Abnormals after this break. Don't go away.
Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. And I've gotta stand tall. You know a man can crawl. But when he knows you're telling lies and he leaves it passing by, he's not a man at all. Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. When you see me shed a tear, you know that it's sincere. Don't you think it's kinda sad that you're treating me so bad? Or don't you even care? Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. That's Kathy's clown. That's Kathy's clown.
Yes, a fantastic performance there from the two Martins as the Everly Brothers, just a different variety act. Neither of them have dressed up as Everly Brothers. One's Elvis, one's Amy Winehouse or Beerhouse, and fantastic performances from the Abnormals today. We've got one more performance coming up at the end of the interview, so don't go away. Coming back to you now, Susie. So you wanted to, keep the variety going. So you're the brains behind this. How do you get inspired? I mean, is it just listening to how people perform in the karaoke? I mean, what inspires you? Or do you find a costume that you think, that would be good for the Abnormals to wear?
The costumes actually come later. I just get an idea, I write it. I don't actually write a full script. I don't do the comedy. Mm-hmm. I do an outline of the script. Say, we're going to put that person, that person, that person. And it's down to that person then to put the comedy into it.
Right.
So I don't actually write it all. It's a group thing, if you can understand that.
I understand, yeah. So I'm sure there's probably got some ad-libbing on the night as well, the actual live performance.
This is why I couldn't write a script, because it does actually change every show.
Yeah.
Words will change, so...
And obviously the mood of the evening and the reaction of the audience and how it all goes. Talking about the costumes, where do you get these costumes from? Do you have somebody making them, or have you got the... I mean, how do you get a Loopy Loo and an Andy Pandy outfit?
We went to a fancy dress shop in the south, Cyprus. We've got quite a few costumes there. Turned out to be a rather expensive way to do it. So then we've all been looking online. And we find what's cheapest for us, and we'll get it online and have it delivered, say, to England. Anyone's coming over, they bring it over for us.
Excellent, excellent.
Or we get the lady in the back room, Alison, to make a few things for us.
Oh, right, so she's handy with the needle as well then.
Absolutely.
Needle and thread. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the costumes are part of the act, and, you all look really fantastic today, seriously. I mean, I never expected... I mean, I knew you were going to be performing, didn't know quite what to expect from the Abnormals, but like you say, that's the whole idea, isn't it? To not, to give everyone a surprise. And, I mean, do you have people now following you and waiting for that surprise? I mean, do you get feedback from them saying that, wow, that was amazing?
99% of the feedback has been very positive. Yes, when are you appearing again? Where are you going to be? We've even been shopping in supermarkets with people coming up to us. You're an Abnormal, aren't you? We're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm Abnormal, yes. How are you? But
so it's all been really good so far. Yes, yes.
Although it's not a regular thing, as in you're not in a regular place for a certain amount of time, you do have shows coming up, don't you?
Yes, we're going to be starting at the beginning of June, and we will be doing a show every 2 weeks, which is normally on a Saturday night.
Where is this going to be? Is it in a particular place, or are you going to be moving around?
No, we'll be moving all around. Basically, who will have us.
Right, okay.
So if there's anybody out there watching that wants to book us for the next season, we're more than happy to come along.
Where have you performed before so far? Where have people seen you before perform?
We've performed in Sawyer's Bar, which is, I hope I say it right, Chachautoy Road.
Yeah.
The venue, which is in Turtle Bay. The Marina Bistro, which is...
Esentepe-on-Sea.
Esentepe. Where else have we been?
I think that's the main ones. We've
been
repeated
back
a couple of times to Venue and Marina.
As I say, last year was to see if we could do it and see what, we could get back from it.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to head out to a lot of new places this
year.
So,
I mean, could somebody, let's say, for instance, in the Famagusta area, book you and say, I would like for you to perform here? Are you willing to travel?
Yes, we all travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have car will travel?
If we can fit them in.
So you're that busy?
Hope to be.
Hope to be.
Yes, hope to be.
And as we said, it's for charity. So how did this come about? I know that you've already done a charity, an event for Tulips, the Help Those with Cancer Association. So where did that idea come about? I mean, you could have just done this for fun and, you know, now you want to give back. Was this something that you consciously wanted to do?
I think cancer has affected most of us in our lives, and we wanted to give something towards Tulips for that reason. We were invited to meet Art and Mary. We went along and met them, not in costume, and they fell in love with us.
Of course you wouldn't fall in love with
them. And said there's a lot of work we could do together.
And you said to me just previously before we started the interview that you're going to be at the fun run,
Definitely,
EFRA,
yes.
Which is in April. And I know that you know that's going to be a fun day out for everyone. Would it be running in costume?
Most of us are running in costume,
but not necessarily these costumes.
No, you never know who you're going to see on the day.
So we can't say, I can't say look out for Loopy Lou or Andy Pandy.
But you'll know it's us.
But we'll know it's you. Well, I'm not going to be able to not recognise these faces anymore. I've seen you today. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, so you know, you're now working with, not working with, but you know, you're supporting Tulips. How does that work when it comes to, let's say you're performing somewhere, I want to come and watch you. Does a portion of the tickets price go to Tulips then?
A percentage of maybe the meal price,
will
go towards Tulips, and we hold a raffle, or we're hoping to do such things as football cards at the end of the show, and that will all go to Tulips as well.
Excellent. So it might be a lot of fun here, but at the end of the day, when you think about what you're supporting, it's very, very serious. So it's good to know that you know, you're doing something back for the community here. And as you say, you know, cancer affects everyone in their lives at one point. Unfortunately, especially in North Cyprus, we have such bad statistics when it comes to cancer cases. So thank you very much for that. And I look forward to seeing you guys, because I'll be at the Fun Run, hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, hosting some of the events. So I look forward, I'll be looking out for you. So you have to surprise us.
We'll be looking out for you too.
Yeah. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure now that we've met each other for the first time. But are you looking to maybe expand your group? I mean, if somebody out there now is watching and looking at this energy that you've got here, and who thinks, well, I could join them and have fun, are you looking to expand, or do you think this is the right number to keep with?
We've never actually been asked that, have we?
No, it's not something we've considered. I think at the moment, with what we've got and the way that the people are interacting, I think we'd probably say we're reasonably comfortable. We are, as we've said before, amateurs. We do our very best at what we try and do, but to say we were on the likes of professional singers or somebody who thought they were really good that would help us from that point of view, I think we're happier just getting the fun aspect of it.
Yeah. No, the reason why I'm asking, because it is so much fun, and, you know, as you say, there's not really much going on entertainment-wise, aside from maybe a few singers who are all excellent. You know, we have had lots of entertainers here on the programme, in previous programmes, and everyone is so great in their own right. But this is the first time I've had such a variety of people with such great energy. You all gel together and touch words, as they say. It keeps going like this. It looks like it's going to be like a fun summer for everyone. If we want to find out where you're going to be, I mean, like I said, I only saw you once in the paper as a write-up for what you did. How do we follow you? Are you mostly on Facebook as Susie Quiz?
We have the Abnormals Facebook page.
Right, so if I write the Abnormals, I will find your page?
Yes.
And then do you share information on that page regularly?
We will share wherever we're going, and we also share all the photographs, some videos, and who we are really. As well.
I think somebody out there has been taking photographs and videos, you know, while we're performing today. So
that will all go on Facebook too.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
And you are known as Susie Quiz.
Susie Quiz, yes.
So if somebody wants to speak with you,
they can go through Susie Quiz. Yes.
All right then. Well, that's a really good thing to know. That you know, on Facebook. But those who aren't on Facebook, do you think there'll be any other medium in the future that you might? Or do you think we should, in the press, local press, will you be advertising in the papers and stuff?
I think most of our stuff has been in the newspaper, hasn't it? And we also produce our own posters as well. So we put posters around if anything's going on as well.
So look out for the posters in the Guinness area mainly.
And we also, what we did twice last year, we went out on tour for the day, all of us dressed in costume and promoted who we are and what we do. And we went in every single bar from there to there.
From Tarakai all the way to Kashaka.
My God, yeah, you should have seen us at the end when we got back. But we also go out and promote what we do as well and hand out flyers, and so people should know where we are and what we're doing.
As I said, I mean, you know, aside from the paper, to be honest, I didn't really hear about you much, but obviously those who frequent those bars now know you. It all started in a pub. I hope it doesn't end in the pub saying, my God, that's it, finished now. But I hope it continues. But have you got can we have a clue as to what type of artist might be coming up, or do you not want to reveal at all anything at the moment? I mean...
Yes, we let you into it. We have a Mr. If He Was coming along with Mrs. Was. Mm-hmm. I won't tell you what they're singing because that will totally give it away who they are.
Okay.
We have the two Fat Birds, which are two very big, lovely ladies out on their holidays. Going to meet a couple of gentlemen, and who else have we got?
Rennie Codgers.
Rennie Codgers, who will be Kenny Rogers. No, a couple called No, No and Maybe, which will be very funny. Very funny. Anyone else? The Andrew Sisters.
So you've got lots in your mind. There's lots going on, lots of variety.
And we've, since the Christmas show and the New Year, I had triplets with Andy Pandy. We had triplets.
Congratulations. Really nice. Yeah. I don't think Martin's very happy about that to find that out.
So the triplets will be appearing somewhere, and also a 6-foot teddy bear will be running around as well.
It all sounds like great fun. I just want to say thank you very much, guys, for coming in today to share your talent with us, because you are very talented. And I had a lot of fun just even watching you, get ready and everything. So I can't imagine how the shows turn out, because it looks like as if it's going to be a fantastic night. As you said, from June onwards, we should look out for you guys, the Abnormal.
We're actually, at the end of March, we're going to be in the George in town.
George.
They're going to have a day there, Tulips, and we're going to be meeting and greeting people and singing.
Right, okay. So the first time, maybe after this interview, that we'll see you outside will be end of March.
Yes.
And that will be at Cafe George at Tobago Harbour.
Yes.
Well, we're going to end now with a performance from Andy Pandy, but not as Andy Pandy. You're going to be performing as Johnny Cash, or as you say, it's
Johnny Wonga.
Johnny Wonga. Okay then. As I said, good luck, and thank you very much for coming in today to the studios of Baidak. I look forward to hearing about your success in the future. Thanks for making us laugh today and for giving everyone here a great afternoon of recording at Baidak. And thank you for being such great sports.
Thank you for having us.
Take care. As they say in show business, break a leg, but not literally. And with that, we've come to the end of the programme. We're going to leave now, the end of the programme with Johnny Wonga and, of course, Graham as the performer there. And wishing you all a great time, enjoying the Abnormals wherever you find them, wherever you see them. Go and watch them, and also support the Tulips Cancer Association as well. Until we meet again, it's have fun watching BRTK. Take care. Bye-bye.
Is a burning thing, and it makes the fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Blow those horns. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 taste of love is sweet. When hearts like ours meet, I fall for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flame burned higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring.